This is the end of the video. Like and subscribe. I'm just kidding. This is the moment I lost my drone, and the moment I realized I wouldn't be doing another video of mine and my son's trip. It was the moment I would delete all the vlog clips. Well, almost all the vlog clips. After some days of staring at the trees, trying to figure out where the drone had went, I decided to head back to Calgary and spend some time with some family. Now I know the drone can be replaced, but the memory card within the drone, it had memories, places I wanted to look back on, a video I wanted to make for my son to watch. After my son went back to his mom's house in Calgary, on my way home to Vancouver, I decided to stop in and see if I could find the drone one last time. And with no luck, I was on my way home. Well, I almost made it home until another adventure happened with some friends around a big lake, and then a Barbie showed up, and we all had a wicked time. But that's a different story. Once I had gotten home, I checked my Instagram messages, and I was messaged by a couple who had found my drone. Long story short, it was returned, so let's rewind and go tell that story. Now let me see, where were we? Oh yes, that's right, Revelstoke. We spent some time in Revelstoke and visited an old high school friend of mine. But after a week, we decided it was time to head east and explore further. We decided to spend 2 nights in Glacier National Park in a campground and enjoyed a hike towards the Great Glacier and viewed the ruins of the old Glacier House Hotel. On the last night, I decided to hop on Overlander app and Gaia Maps in hopes of finding a gorgeous lake that we could camp at and relax, a place where we could have a shower and enjoy the sun. New to this area, I had Maverick on my tablet on Gaia Maps, making sure we weren't missing the turn. Doing the research and finding this place was about to pay off. I had no idea we were about to drive into paradise. Beaches made up of crushed shale, water so turquoise it had to be the reservoir for the tears of receding glaciers. This place I'm calling paddleboard paradise. Unaware of the history of this lake, I soon found out 2 towns were 190 feet below the surface of the water, inundated by a project in the 70s. After enjoying some time playing in the water and having some lunch with Maverick, we decided to head up and see what the campsites were like and hopefully get one close to the beach. But that wasn't the case. The people that had been camped here were really set up and had been here for some time. While this wreck site was very nice and well maintained, the horseflies and wasps were too much. And this really wasn't what we were looking for. We really needed a lake spot. So first thing in the morning, I had hopped on the maps, looking further down the road, and decided it was time to pack up and go and try and find that lake spot. On the way up to the wreck site, I had passed 6 logging trucks, roughly 16 feet wide, within a 20-minute window. So I knew it was going to be busy, and I knew I would have to listen to my radio. But I was also fortunate enough to have a piece of tech, my drone. I was able to send it up and look far enough ahead. You could see the dust clouds coming off these logging trucks way in the distance. I was blown away at this gorgeous drive, lake after lake after lake. After a little bit of driving, we came to an open area and I sent my drone up, and I think I found exactly the camp spot I was looking for.
We must be over the rainbow.
It definitely felt like we were overlanding in The Wizard of Oz. 4x4ing down the yellow brick road, just waiting for flying houses to fall out of the sky and flying monkeys to swoop down and pick us up. This area looked like a greasy, angry tin man with a vengeance came to chop an evil forest down. This area was so amazing. It definitely was like driving onto a movie set. The only other thing I could think about was, how could we be the only people out here? Maverick and I literally had this entire beach, kilometers long, all to ourselves. I was definitely expecting somebody to come by here and tell us that we couldn't camp here, but nobody ever did. So I set up, we had some dinner, and went swimming in the lake. Maverick definitely partied till the late hours in the evening. I can't say I blame him. 35 degrees, sunsets lasting till 11:30 at night. Adventuring with his dad, I wouldn't go to bed either. I made statements earlier on in the video about reservoirs, inundated towns, massive logging trucks. Where you have reservoirs, you have dams, and where you have dams, you have slowed water that floods areas. We were camped in the middle of a floodplain. The next morning, we would be greeted by rising waters and walls of sand being blown at us, like from the movie The Mummy. Good morning. It's currently 7 a.m. The sun is shining. It's hot as hell. So hot. Decided to melt a glacier overnight because this lake rose about 15 feet. So kind of concerning. I left a few logs as a marker last night. I wasn't too sure. It didn't look like it was coming up, but it sure did. So yeah, I'm going to hang out with Maverick for a little bit here, collecting some rocks, and then I'm gonna make him some breakfast, and we'll check back with you guys in a bit on the lake status. We might be moving. Maverick making his own little water stick. It's like his dad. Did you need some help? It is pretty hard here, buddy.
We can cover with sand.
Yeah, okay, good job. Let's see. There we go. Now you got a water stick. So we're just on a little bit of a walk here after Maverick's kind of continental breakfast, if you will. Yeah, it's interesting place, interesting beach for sure. Hard to explain. There's like this little island peninsula just over here. The thought of relocating to that peninsula crossed my mind, but I'm not sure after seeing what the water did, I decided it wasn't a good idea. So I'm hoping that's not the only kind of access, but I have a feeling there might be a road or something through this tree line to get over there, because it looks like there's a bit of a road. But yeah, anyways, just enjoying the views and the walk and the nice breeze with Maverick, looking for rocks, right?
I need to go pee.
Okay, he needs to go pee. All right, guys, check back with you in a bit. Peace. Okay, well, we have packed up. It's too windy. Well, we're on to the next spot here. Yeah, this road is quite treacherous. Lots of logging activity. Just passing a logging truck now. Anyways, I think we're gonna head to a wreck site that's a little bit closer to the highway, and hopefully there's some signal there, so we can message everybody and let them know that we're all good. What's going on, guys? We are in Invermere. Nav's getting birthday cake ice cream. How is it? It's really good. Maverick and I would spend a little bit of time in Invermere, making some phone calls, talking to family, doing a FaceTime with his mom, picking up some groceries and some more fuel, getting on Overlander app and Gaia Maps, and finding a spot. Which, by the way, those two apps used together, we were able to find amazing places like this. Kyle of High Ground by Nightfall shared iOverlander app with me some time before I did this trip. And because he had, I was able to share this location with him while he was on a long adventure with Gordon Ken. If you get the opportunity, go over to his YouTube channel and watch a few videos. One video in particular, Burned Bridges. The message in that video is clear and a must watch. This would be the last location we were headed to on our long trip. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment with my son Maverick, and he would become my best adventure buddy ever. So many lessons were learned on this trip. Lessons I will teach my son, and a lesson I'll tell you, and that is embrace discomfort, for it is in these discomforts that you achieve your greatest successes if you only push forward. So defy the status quo and don't let people tell you you can't achieve something. If you made it this far into the video, you definitely embraced discomfort. The discomfort of me having to talk to you for 15 minutes and explain this story. Making these videos isn't comfortable, that's for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. And if you've made it this far, Maverick, I love you with all my heart, and I can't wait for the next adventure.